right, Japan aims to invest $42 billion over the next 5 years in India, Prime Minister Modi said after a bilateral meeting with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida in Delhi just a little while ago. And the two sides have inked 6 agreements providing for the expansion of bilateral cooperation in a range of areas besides firming up a separate clean energy partnership. Let's go across to my colleague Akshay Dongre. Akshay, of course, lots of big headlines, lots of big takeaways on the economic front in this bilateral summit. But a lot of this kind of overshadowed by what's happening on the ground in Ukraine. The Japanese Prime Minister says he would encourage a unified approach on Ukraine and that they will work with India towards bringing an end to the war with Ukraine. This, of course, in contrast with the fact that India is the only country in the Quad, along with Australia, the US and Japan, that hasn't openly come out and condemned Russia.
Well, exactly, Sarah. Japanese Prime Minister's visit to India is coming at a very critical juncture as far as the world order is concerned. While India has not openly criticized Russia, and in the UN votes every time it has been brought to the United Nations General Assembly to criticize Russia, India has abstained. So it has been the stand of India to abstain and to be neutral as far as the conflict is concerned. However, it's not a cakewalk for India to actually maintain the stand either, because India in the past few decades we have seen that India has been growing closer and closer to US and its allies, including Japan, and we have seen that other allies of USA have taken a very serious stand as far as the invasion is concerned. Even during the joint briefing by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Japan Kishida Fumio, he has used very strong words against Russia, saying that Russia is right now trying, without naming, saying that in this particular event on the invasion of Ukraine, one side is trying to use force and change the global order, and India and Japan both should work in order to prevent that and to provide global peace and to provide stability to the entire region. India has to take a strong stand, and both of these countries have in fact spoken on this issue, clarifying that India and Japan, yes, they have spoken on the issue of Ukraine as well, because that was not directly said in the speech of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So while India is also trying to maintain a relationship with Quad countries, including Japan, Australia and USA, to maintain peace and free Indo-Pacific region for itself, it also has to maintain a stand of neutrality in the case of Russian invasion of Ukraine, because now we are seeing that India is also getting a discounted oil from Russia that is at a discounted rate, and that is to prioritize our energy needs. So while trying to counter China in our immediate neighborhood, against which even Japan has been supporting India, both India and Japan have very strong consensus as far as the issue of Chinese aggression is concerned in the area of South China Sea. It becomes very difficult for India to maintain the stand in which India has been in fact supportive, if not in fact, we can say that abstaining from the vote against Russia has been in a way support to Russia, and that has been thanked by the Russian side as well. So it is a very critical time and a very in fact difficult decision for India, and very difficult decisions to in fact maintain ties with both the US and its allies and Russia at the same time.